Hey, how you doing? Alan Mathews here. In this video, I'm going to answer the question, how do you live with classical guitar nails? Yikes. So we work so hard to grow these nails so that we can play our classical guitar, and all of a sudden, especially men, we have a really hard time actually living with these, going through life and actually dealing with just going through the day-to-day activities that we do. Washing dishes, opening doors, using a zipper, any of these type of things. And so we end up ripping our nails off and getting them snagged and all that kind of stuff. So today I'm going to talk about ways that you can increase the chance that you'll actually keep your nails and not painfully rip them off all the way into the quick. Ugh. So the first thing that you can do to really increase your chances of actually keeping your nails and not ripping them off down into the quick, all painful and nasty, is to keep in your pocket a piece of nail paper. And by doing this, then you can just, whenever you feel any kind of little ridges or rough spots on your nails, then just quickly do it. It doesn't mean that you have to be doing it in public or anything like that, but if you actually just keep your nails with a really nice glassy finish all the time, then you won't rip them as easily. It's easier to rip your nails when you have a little burr in it or a little notch taken out of it, and then that will hook onto something and rip it off. And that's what happens. So if you just keep your nails with a really nice glassy finish all the time, then that in itself will really help you to not rip them off. The next thing is to notice spots, notice repetitive tasks that you do frequently, and learn to do them differently. For instance, the zipper, okay? The zipper. So this oftentimes, especially if you're wearing jeans, is a big metal rough zipper. And so if you can just get used to using your zipper with your left hand whenever you're zipping something. And so some of these things that you do, it'll be really weird at first, but if you're thinking about, okay, I'm gonna have nails for the next 15, 20, 50 years, then it's worth it to just be uncomfortable for a couple of weeks until you get used to doing something with your left hand. The same thing is looking for opportunities to use your left hand if you're going in some dangerous zone, like if you got a junk drawer or something, or into the toolbox into the screw bin where you're looking for a particular screw or washer or nut or something in your toolbox, then go in with your left to fish around and that sort of stuff, instead of going in with the right. Our tendency, if we're right-handed, is to go in with the right, but if you just stop for a second and look for those opportunities to go in with your left, then you'll save a lot of issues with them. There's also the deal with nails is that they get dirty. And it's kind of nasty to see somebody with really dirty nails, especially if it's not a good time. I mean, if you're in the yard, then that's one thing. But, if you're out to dinner, then you don't want your nails to be all big and black and nasty. And so keeping a nail brush in the shower is a great idea, or on the sink. If you have a workspace, get a nail brush and leave it there as well so that you always have one just wherever you're frequent, if it's a private bathroom, that sort of thing. The other thing is if you know that you're going into something dirty, again, use your left and keep those nails really short, and then that'll just be easier to clean up in general. So if you're going to be digging in the dirt, then maybe use your left. The other thing is that you can actually wear gloves. If you keep a pair of gloves handy in the trunk of the car, something like that, then whenever you're doing anything that is workish, anything physical labor style, if you're, doing a project, then put on some gloves. And just that in itself will obviously increase the chance that you'll keep your nails. It's whenever we really get into these situations where we're really working with our hands a lot, that's when we really start tearing our nails up. Also in those situations, if you notice that, if you go and do something and you notice that little burr gets in there, that little notch or that little rip, go ahead and take care of it right then. If it's a little rip, then put some super glue on it and then that'll just keep the super glue handy so you can refresh it every couple of days, because the oils in your nails shrugs off super glue after a little while. It doesn't stay forever on your nails. And so little tricks like that can really help. With time, and when you first start, it's going to be tough to you're going to rip them off. You're going to have things that'll happen that will just do it. But over time, you'll get used to actually moving in a different way where you just don't put your nails into compromising situations. And so it'll get easier with time. So I hope that helps. Living with classical guitar nails, we just want to play beautifully and owe the work that goes into that. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.